know some of you guys are on different levels as far as technology goes, so I'm going to talk you through this like very simplistic. I was trying not.
Hello, everybody.
No, there's some others. Okay, so I typically use Teams on my browser. Yours may or may not look exactly like this, but it's pretty daggone close. You can see my Teams on the side. The Sweatshop, that's my favorite one.
Oh, that's mine here.
Really? I just like the name, really.
Yeah.
Alright, so when you're in the sales team, you go up to the top and hit Files. Alright, there's all kinds of marketing material in general in here, but specifically go to the ACE folder. And then there's information for each model. So, for example, within the 20T, I just added the demo and operations guide that you guys have in front of you. There's the deliberate design versus competition flyer, some of the other just handout flyers as well, and that's for each one of them. There's also, this is where the ACE equipment presentation is going to live. We've noticed like very minor things that need to be tweaked, like some of the specs were a little bit off initially. We went off the information that we were given and we shouldn't have done that. My fault. So try to default to Teams to get the most update information. Like don't save it and then it be a year later before you go back to it on your computer. Try to just default to Teams because I'm going to keep everything updated as best I possibly can on Teams. Instead of sending out a bunch of emails like, hey, here's a new one, here's a new one. We also have the warranty document. If you need that.
Now, are those printed off and put down in the truck?
I don't think so.
They're not operator manual?
Yeah. We just put the operator manuals in there.
What if they scan the QR code it has?
Yeah, so on the ACE machines, we weren't doing this last time. We started putting a QR code. It's a metal plate QR code that'll take the customer directly to our website that has essentially most all of this information except for the presentation. Parts and all that kind of stuff that they would need. Operations manuals, parts manuals, that kind of stuff is on our website. Just so you guys know, also on Teams, there's another one that's marketing material. So you have just a Service Star and a CSI, and it's broken down into the different types of verticals that you could be going after. There's also general. There's not, yeah, to be honest, there's not, oh, okay, not bad. There's a couple in the Service Star one as well. Does anybody have any questions about Teams?
Isn't there one that has the videos embedded in it from Evan?
Yes.
The fan up link?
So that's in, it's the ACE equipment presentation.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, there it is.
yeah. So it has the videos that
Yeah, look at that.
Evan did in there, but the fonts, oh, there it goes. So they're embedded in there. All you have to do is hit play and it'll start playing. One more is the presentations folder. So it's got the ones, actually, I put it here too, the ACE equipment presentation. But there's also the building block presentations for Service Star and SCSI. Do you guys understand how to use those?
Probably good to re-explain that.
Okay. So let's just say I'm going to do an SCSI presentation. There's a warning slide at the very beginning. But you're going to want to export it. No, let's see. We're going to do it. Create a copy. Download a copy. Alright, so you go to File, download a copy, and then it'll be on your computer. So any changes that you make to this particular one that you get off of Teams, if you don't download it, I think everybody can see that. If you start deleting slides, I'll find you. Alright, so once you download it, Well, let me just do that so I'm not messing up.
Instead of constraining on your phone or something like that. That might be taken.
Is it in a, oh, it's still in PowerPoint then?
Yeah.
It's the 365 version of PowerPoint. Yes.
But that's the computer password. Like I said, each one.
Where'd it go?
They may be
Okay. I don't know where it went.
Up there in the download,
Oh, there we go. It just hadn't done it yet.
saved, so once you log in, you exchange one word with the same back in every 27. It may be the same, but it may not.
Alright, so once you download it, you have it into PowerPoint, right? There are 107 slides in here, okay? All you're using this for is to build your presentation. So once you download it, I encourage you to save it under however you do your saving system in your computer, whatever customer it's for, however you want to do it. And then go through and you just click on a slide and hit the delete button. Delete all the slides that you don't want. That's all you do. So,
Bill, you look like 12. He's got the center part.
I've tried to put kind of notes in here, like make sure you reword this or add your customer's name in there as you need to. So pay attention. Don't just like whip some stuff together and go read through them, because some of the things you may have to change to adjust to your customer. And then some of these are redundant. So this one essentially says something similar than the other two. So it's just kind of, it's pick which one you like and use it. Yeah. Need our leadership. One thing I want to change.
I use this presentation well received.
So yeah, there's a gajillion slides in here.
121.
The same thing with the Service Star one. It's just a, I don't know what any other thing to call it other than a building block. Building blocks for your presentation. So you just take the slides, delete out the ones that you don't want, and you're good to go. Does anybody have any questions on that? Okay.
That's great, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Jennifer, it might make sense to take a link for that and send it to everyone, just in case they stumble, try to find it.
Well, it's on Teams.
Yeah.
And we've been putting a lot of stuff on Teams. If you can't find it, let me know and I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Well, Jennifer, that's the Teams app. Is it different from the Teams that we use for, I guess, our Teams?
It's the same.
It's the same.
I couldn't find it.
Okay, we can look at it together. I'm happy to show you. I use mine off of the internet browser because my apps don't work right on my computer for some reason. So it may look slightly different, but it all has the same information and very similar placement, if not the same.
And Jennifer's done some flyers for, where we have like the toilet paper one you did for me for the porta toilets and everything. She's been wonderful. So if you get a flyer, just ask her to build it where it has your name and phone number on it. It's been awesome.
If you get a flyer, or if you've got an idea for a flyer as well, she's good at conceptualizing the ideas and putting them in the picture form, and we need feedback on stuff like that because we're just starting to build out some of this marketing material. We need to know what's working well for your customers and some things you would like to see changed or some new flyers that you would like to have produced.
I would like to hijack this for just a second, if you don't mind. If you guys have any input on what you're using and what is working versus any of the stuff that's been put out that you don't really care for. I mean, just like you guys, I don't want to waste my time if you're not using it, which is fine. It's totally fine. But are you guys finding yourself using some things more than others, or
Yes.
anything?
Yes.
What are you using it?
Like, so there's actually a couple of things you did, like these A sheets, phenomenal.
Okay.
The Walmart flyers, phenomenal.
Awesome.
Just the general cleaning, like, I mean, that's the stuff, like, I'm handing out one of these and just the basic SESI every day.
Awesome.
You know, that's
fantastic.
you know, that's the go-to, because one, it has a list of services, and when I'm talking, I'm not stumbling over like, oh, I forgot to say we did window cleaning. You know, it's there. And then the ace, I mean, when they see the prize, you know, and then they don't.
Ones like that for everybody? For which one? Like the one shooters that have my name and photos? Yeah, and if you didn't, let me go back to that real quick. That's probably.
Where is the ace one talking about?
The presentation,
The one sheet he's got on, is that in teams
it's in
as well?
teams as well.
Okay, 'cause I don't think I've seen that. I was looking for something.
Oh, it could be. Okay, so it's under marketing material. It's hard. I go back and forth between putting stuff under Service Star and stuff under ACE. So sorry, but this one is the Service Star ACE. And if you'll notice, for each flyer, you should have one with your name and information on the bottom of it. So this is for the SCSI stuff and the Service Star stuff.
So I have an ace flyer like that and it's under my name and it's in teams where again?
Okay, so you go to the Files section, right here.
Yes, ma'am.
For that particular one, it's under
Marketing?
marketing material and then Service Star.
Okay.
So maybe I'll put the ACE folder in the marketing material. That probably makes more sense. So for the SCSI stuff as well, there's all these different, let's see, there's 6 different ones. You should have your name and information on each one of them. If you don't, let me know. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes with all you folks, but you should have everything that you need there. And then you guys can just send them to your local printer or whatever you want. I know Greer, their pricing is really great. So if Evan or James or whoever, if you want them to send them to you, I'm sure they'd be happy to.
Well, it'd be nice to find out what your pricing is, that way we'll know whether or not it's worth it.
Just remind me and I'll forward it to you. We checked in Mobile at a couple places, but didn't have any luck.
My internet place is really good.
Cloud-based things like this is super helpful because it's all up to date all the time. You just have to be able to get to it. So if you need help getting to it or know where things are, I'd be happy to show you.
No,
We can even put like a shortcut on your desktop or whatever. Okay, any other questions, anything? All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, let's break, guys. We'll set up the 8 stations